Discussion on Pacific Rim Uprising. And so I just want to say right off the bat, they gave us some twist in this movie. And the twist is when you had your villain actually was the guy from the first movie, Charlie Day.
Newton Gottlieb.
Newton Gottlieb, that's in it?
Newton Gottlieb.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
AKA Newt.
Okay. So the way they did this was, all right, they had a kaiju, no, I'm sorry, they had another Jaeger just come out of nowhere. And the thing was, the Jaeger came out of nowhere, and when they finally defeated it, they found out it had like, was it controlled by another brain?
Yeah, it had one of the kaiju's secondary brains in it.
So the thing was, somebody was taking Jaegers and putting them together and having them controlled by Jaeger
like
brains.
They were basically like even like full on kaiju.
Kaiju brains.
Like a full on kaiju central nervous system. Like
that's
grown all throughout it.
Yeah. Which and that part when it just came out the water and it attacked the Gypsy Avenger or whatever, and that part I think that was a pretty dope part, and I was kind of like. Which I can't get too mad because I said I wasn't tripping off the writing, but I was thinking that oh god, his name Jake Pentecost. I thought he was gonna react in a different way, like more of gun ho just to get that one pilot, or thinking like whoever piloting that Jaeger, I'm gonna whoop their ass, because they killed.
Like because I was thinking he's like okay, he's about to pop out, he's gonna storm over there, get your ass out.
Yeah. I mean, it didn't go like I thought it was gonna go, but it was kind of like, well, they ain't got time. They just got to move. But like I said, I'm not really complaining about the plot because I knew what I was getting into, and all the stuff they missed on opportunities they missed on good story writing, whatever. Okay, so so like we said, the Jaegers, the kaiju got control. What was okay? What's his name? Newt.
Yeah.
He ended up being the villain because
he in the first one, him and God, what's the dude's name?
His friend, the other dude.
Him and the other dude had drifted with a kaiju brain.
Oh, okay, that's right. That did happen in the first one. And they do that so they kind of, I guess it left his essence in his brain or something.
So like it had left some kind of imprinting from the programming that the precursors put into the kaiju.
Right, got you.
Right. And so like I guess it's formed like a consistent neural bridge between him and the precursors.
And so the things was making these you got your Jaeger pilots, but you always got your competition. So it was another company,
Shao Corp.
Right. There was another company making drones, and those were Jaegers that didn't take a pilot or whatever.
Right.
So he worked for this company, and he took it at so that's how he made these Jaegers and put they brains in them or whatever.
Right.
So the thing was, did you see this coming? Did you see when they gave the reveal he was the actual villain? Did you see that coming?
Like, I didn't think it was going to be him though. Like until the actual reveal, I still thought it was Li Shin. The chicken.
That's what they wanted. You fell for it.
Because even the story beats like when old boy's coming to pick up Newt so they can stop this shit.
Right.
And she gets a message on her tablet. It's like, ma'am, I'll be in my office. I'm like, oh shit.
You know what? I didn't think it was her either. I thought she was just one of them cocky control freaks, or whatever.
They made her easy to hate for that very reason.
I didn't think that it was him though. I didn't think it was Charlie Day character because Charlie Day was a bumbling idiot in the first one.
That and he's one of those quintessential nice guys.
But see, they did kind of give away. They gave it away a little bit, and I don't know why I didn't pick it up because they show him with a big ass fucking kaiju brain in his house. Why did they show that scene? They kind of gave it away.
You know what it was? They couldn't help themselves.
Yeah, that would have been cool if they didn't do that. Because they could have just gave us that flashback that he melded with one of them,
right?
In the first movie,
that would have been so much less creepy than him coming home like he's coming home to his wife.
I know, but it was a big ass kaiju brain, And then the thing is, he invited the other guy over. Hey, why don't you come over? Then
he wanted him to meet Alice.
Yeah, right. He had a name like he wanted to meet his girlfriend or something.
You see the vat that's in, he's written Alice on the vat.
So anyway, I think they should have cut that out.
I even think the reason they did that was because so you could see that and then realize he wanted to bring him in deeper into the same kind of
he probably wanted to use his brain to help make whatever with the
kaiju
whatever. So that brings the kaiju final battle scenes because of course how this movie go, how most movies go, you know when they attack. All the pilots died, so all the cadets, they got to get into the Jaegers, and they got to pilot them. So that actually was a nice little scene at the end. You had about, was it 4 or 5?
As to how many cadets there were?
How many Jaegers were
4. Okay,
we had 4 Jaegers against 3 big monsters, which they did what I wanted the Jaegers to do, is form a big...
Yeah.
So they took the 3 monsters and they formed to a big monster or whatever.
Which looked badass, by the way.
Yeah, actually, all the effects were good, man.
Between watching the little tiny kaiju robots tearing them apart and stitching them back together.
Yeah,
that shit was dope. And it had the abilities of the 3 it was made of.
Yeah, and that's what, and I'm looking like. It's whooping their ass.
Man.
And I'm thinking like, how they gonna win this? I mean, usually, you got a way to win, but I'm looking like, no, it beating their ass. And then, so they gave us a cliche moment of one of the characters dying. So we couldn't do this without one of the characters dying.
Right.
Did you care?
No.
I mean,
and it's weird because they killed my favorite cadet.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, and I didn't care. Like that's the thing that got me about that. I'm like, so and so didn't make it. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, man, it's like I knew somebody was gonna die because it was like you can't have these moments without somebody getting died, or somebody getting killed. But I'm looking like when it happened, I'm like, oh, okay. So move on to the next one.
Yeah. And I was like, either he's not the only one that's gonna die, or he's not dead. Like those were the only 2 options I was willing to accept because I'm like,
nah,
there was no impact.
The way they showed him with his arm sticking out, like, yeah, he did.
Because there was no impact to he didn't make it.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, even their reaction to it was, damn. Well, let's finish this job.
I know. Well, I mean, but come on, you can't sit there and cry about it. They did. The movie did just keep going like that didn't just happen.
Even there wasn't even no. This is for so and so.
Yeah, yeah, they could have did that, but no, you kind of forgot that dude was there.
Even by the end of the movie, they never even mentioned his name again.
Yeah, he's a plot device.
Same with Mako, plot device.
Yeah, but it was parts where they was fighting and they was running out of weapons because they had a way that the thing will bounce it'll take your energy and then shoot it back at you.
Right.
So they was like, okay, well, we just gonna use the buildings, and they just
see him take this.
Yeah.
That's like when somebody's fighting somebody and they can't win, they start pulling down racks and shit.
Yeah, but it's cool, but it was like it could have been people in those buildings. Yeah. They didn't clearly establish that that the city was evacuated. They never established that.
Because unless you absolutely state, by the way, there's no people to get killed by all of the collateral damage y'all are forming. Have at it. No, it's like, okay, you're not gonna say anything about them just that one just cut down 2 buildings just so he could show off turning on his swords. This dude over here is throwing buildings at the fucking monster.
It's slapping them through 8 buildings.
Yeah.
Boom, building.
One of them got slingshotted through 13 to 50 city blocks.
No, he even said he throwing buildings. How many buildings can this thing take? And he just keep throwing the buildings on him. Yeah. Use the buildings as weapons. So anyway, man, we're gonna wrap this up.
Just like the first one, it devolved into a foreign objects fight.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons why I like the Jaeger versus Jaeger fight. Like towards the end, after they lost their sword, they ripped a piece of its leg armor out and stabbed it with it.
You talking about in the
Gypsy Avenger versus what they call Obsidian Fury?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like Like
Which one is Obsidian Fury?
that was the Jaeger that they fought against with the two glowing swords.
How did you know the name? They gave it a name?
Yeah, they gave it a name.
Oh shit, I missed that.
Yeah. It took me a minute to get it too. It was like the fight versus Obsidian. Who the fuck is Obsidian Fury? And it finally clicked to me like after the fact. But that's why when they said that the Fury tech.
Oh, okay.
And they popped the two swords.
Oh, okay. Well, all for nothing, man. The giant robot on robot fights was actually real good. The fucking they use of weapons was real clever too, man. Because they on the ice and they was like, we need to
get out of here.
Yeah, instead of jumping up, they shot the ice and went down. I was like, that was fucking clever. You don't see that some motherfuckers
and like and not even to like
jump
just
up.
straight up like run away. Like, by the way, you coming too.
Yeah, it was just that's why I say I like the Gypsy Avenger because it was more tactical or whatever. Yeah. So anyway, we're gonna wrap it up. The movie is actually pretty damn. It's a fun ass movie. It's not a great movie for us plot wise, but if you like your giant robots, if you like Gundam, if you like anime, if you like mech anime,
if you've ever liked giant robots or giant monsters, this is for you.
Yeah, actually, this is better than Godzilla because
this is way better than Godzilla.
The kaiju that got that motherfucker was a nice monster.
That thing would slaughter Godzilla.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, and I know I'm gonna catch some hate for it, but this thing would absolutely murder Godzilla.
And that's not a dig at Godzilla because you just got to make the Godzilla movies better. That's all.
Yeah. They just made a better monster. I'm sorry.
All right, so that's our discussion on. That's our spoiler discussion on Pacific
Rim
Uprising.
War ready.
Who is that?
I have no clue.
All right, man.